Katsuki, you are so desperate. I giggled at him as my feet dragged along the floor behind him. He dragged me over to the people I presumed he hanged out with. I don't know. But it was the redhead, the yellow-haired person, and the one with the table-like work. And I assumed someone with white mud. Sorry, not the greatest with names. I threw myself into a seat before Katsuki could sit down and said, "Sup, Mother's Clubs, or should I say a Bucky Squad?" I snapped my fingers at them. Was it weird? Maybe. Who knows? Got that right. The one with the yellow hair said, and I seriously needed to start remembering names better. I guess the only really time and energy was to remember the important ones. So, Lynn, the alien girl started leaning over the table to get a closer view to me. "We were thinking about going to this major cool party," she said, throwing her hands up in the end. "That sounds cool. Where is it at?" I asked, feeling interested. "The Menara Dreamland, obviously," she said, like it was something that everyone knew. But the Menara Dreamland? I echoed, having no idea what they were talking about. "It's an abandoned theme park called Nara Dreamland, closed down in 2006, and it's been left to rot ever since," Katsuki said from his seat, and foot on table as usual. "So, why do people go there?" I asked, genuinely curious about this party place. "Because it's right between Narha and Masatafu. Police don't know who it belongs to, and no real crime ever happens for heroes to be able to get involved. So it's become a party hotspot." The black-haired male spoke with a cheeky smile to his face. "We only found out about it last week, though, since second year showed up there and had told almost everyone," he continued, explaining how they found out about the place. Sounds super fun, but I'm in. There were concerns, but I pushed them in the back of my head, raising my hand. "Then, is it?" I progressed to ask the obvious question. "Tonight?" The alien girl answered simply. "Shit. Crap. I had promised Midoriya I would hang out with him tonight, too. I don't think Katsuki would want him to go there as well, and not have Dreamland with us, if that's the case, if they're... they don't act and seem to like each other. What's it gonna be? Midoriya or Bakugo's little gang? One person I hardly know. A group of people with one person I know far too well. Well, looks like I'm going to be having a tough time tonight. Cool. I'll totally be there." I cheered, super excited about this Naha Dreamland. Now, the real test. "Hey, you guys wouldn't mind if I grabbed something really quickly, right?" I asked, as everyone was eating away. "Go ahead," the redhead said as I dashed off. My eyes darted around the room as I looked for Midoriya and his obvious bunch of friends. I easily spotted the fluffy green hair as I saw a head of indigo, brown, and teal too. "Hey guys," I ran up to them out of breath, their eyes averted to me as the brunette had spoken. "Hey Lynn, you want to sit with us?" she asked, gesturing to a seat between her and Midoriya. "Well, actually, I was here to have a quick word with Midoriya, if that's all right," I said, looking at him hopefully. Sure," he said, getting up as I dragged him into the empty hallway away from the cafeteria. I could hear him gulp deeply as there was no one but us, and my face was quite serious until I held back a fit of laughter. "Don't worry, dude. It's nothing weird. I'm not going to do anything, I swear. But it's more about tonight. I don't think this helped his worries at all. I was thinking that maybe instead you would like to come to the Nara Dreamland with me? He blinked twice, then once more, before asking, what's that? This is going to be fun to explain all over again. Well, it's basically an abandoned theme park that's been turned into a party hotspot. I told him in the simplest terms possible. Party? He said, stuttering, terrified out of his mind, probably. I'm sorry, Lynn. I'm not much of a party type, he said, looking down at the floor while sledding and twiddling with his fingers. I placed a hand on his shoulder, making him look straight up at me as he leaned against the wall. It's a huge theme park, Midoriya. We don't have to hang out at the main part if you don't want to. Maybe. Just give it a chance, though. Try something new. For me? I asked him with the hopeful, pleading eyes I could give. He stares right back into them softly, and softening up a bit before saying, Fine. It can't be that bad, right? I took my hand off of him and threw up it in the air. That's the spirit. Meet me there at 8? Sure. I should be free then. Awesome, I said before taking a step to walk out of the hallway. See you then, I guess, I said before turning to fully start making my way down the hallway. Oh, wait. I felt something grip my hand from behind. I turned my head back around. Izuku's POV. I don't know why I told her to stop or why I grabbed her hand. There was no reason to. I guess I just didn't want her to go back to hanging out with Kachan. She stared right into my eyes for a moment. The little diamond shapes that seemed to sprinkle throughout her personality that reflected. Yes? She said after a second. Oh, right. I quickly stole my hand away back to myself before rubbing the back of my neck. Nothing. I mean, I forgot. I'll tell you tonight if I remember. I lied through my gritted teeth. She gave me a small smile before waving again. All right then. See you tonight again. Then I guess, Midoriya. See you there, she said before actually walking this time and out of my sight. I knew she couldn't see or hear me now, but I just raised my hand and said, see you later. The way she said my name at the end of her sentence, it was so out of the blue. She sure does say my name a lot to me now that I think about it. I guess I like hearing it come from her. The way her voice says it, it has to be something. Maybe it was the bubbliness to it, the way she pronounces it. I don't know why. But I guess tonight I have a date? No. Not like that. I mean, a hangout. Oh God, I just hope I don't embarrass myself again in front of her and other people.